folks, welcome to another edition of Fitness Friday Positive with Rachelle. We're on Fitness Friday. It's always the best day of the week. Gotta love it. And folks, I'm going to land this marketing plane here today with this episode. It's been a cool series. It's certainly an unplanned series. And so I'm going to highlight some best practices and some examples both inside the fitness industry and outside the fitness industry. I'm going to close this episode out by talking a little bit about cancellations and how important cancellation avoidance. And I'm just a firm proponent in life in general of, the old adage of an ounce of prevention is certainly far better than a pound of cure. And so, just paraphrasing that. And so, folks, I'm going to close this year out by highlighting confidence and leadership. I'm going to do 3 episodes on confidence and leadership, wrap the year up. I'm actually going to postpone HR, Human Resources, that series until 2022. It's just certainly from a timing standpoint, next year certainly looks like a better option because perhaps you didn't hear the news last week that a record 4.4 million Americans quit their jobs during the month of September. Dun dun. You're enjoying your day, everything's going your way, then along comes Debbie Downer. Always here to tell you about a new disease, a car accident or killer bees. You beg her to spare you, Debbie, please, but you can't stop Debbie Downer. So yes, of course, I know the theme song, but it's just not a lot is going on from an HR standpoint. We know industries across the board are having trouble hiring. It's just a very challenging time, and so just certainly from a timing standpoint, I'm going to postpone that until 2022. Hopefully things will be better next year. So stay tuned for that HR series. And if it's any consolation, this Monday's edition of the Daily Northwestern newspaper, which I receive every day via email, and they actually stated that they're having problems finding student workers for on-campus positions. So this issue is certainly one that's challenging all types of entities across the board. So certainly a challenging time, and going to move on now, highlighting these marketing examples. So we talk about a very common tactic, particularly in direct mail. I'm going to start off with some direct mail examples here outside the fitness industry. Now, this is the second time I've highlighted this industry, and again, my disclaimer, not promoting, not advocating any of these companies or examples I'm showing you today. It's just always good to have examples to highlight points. And so this is actually a local dentist here in Novi, Dr. Bradley, and this is a second direct mail piece. I got one from him at one point this summer. And so he's got an aggressive sales promotional offer, because why? Direct mail historically, compared to other type of advertising, when they're advertising online, social, and all of that, just low response rates. Bottom line, don't have time to get into all of that. And so for direct mail to even increase and enhance the response rate, having a compelling sales promotion offer certainly helps. And so what I'm going to highlight, and which I always highlight, just examples of that. So Dr. Bradley has a Thanksgiving new patient special. Schedule an appointment before December 10th. Why? Creating a sense of urgency. Don't have something 3 months down the road. Why? Because people are going to, if they act at all, that's just going to decrease your response rate. So you've got creating a sense of urgency, $89. So schedule the appointment before December 10th, to receive this offer. $89 appointment includes cleaning, exam, and x-ray, or a $25 Amazon gift card. So giving people the opportunity or the option, what type of offer, sales promotional offer would you like to receive? And so that's all I'm going to highlight. That's all I'm going to highlight on that particular piece. Vibe Credit Union, formerly Telecom Credit Union. So receive this here as well. And so this is Vibe's Gift to You, and they've got a Rapid Holiday Loan with rates as low as 5.99% APR. See back for details. But what I wanted to highlight about this is this offer right here. Sales promotion, our gift to you. Bring this postcard into a branch and get a special holiday gift. Again, yes, creating a sense of urgency. Now this is obviously around the holiday season here, but also not telling you what that is, what that gift is. So, with all due respect, it could be something, like a $10, I don't know. I'm not a member of this bank. I haven't reneged this offer. It could be something, just hypothetically speaking, as an example, like something small, all the way up to, something small like a pen. It's something all the way up to, a gift card, Amazon gift card or something like that. I don't know. But creating this sense of, kind of, oh, I wonder what it would be. Particularly for somebody who already may be compelled or in the market for a loan. This is merely giving them, another reason to consider this particular bank or credit union for that moving forward. So another example here that I have, Bed Bath & Beyond. So received this actually in the mail day before yesterday. And so this was actually pretty interesting because, we do a whole case study on Bed Bath & Beyond here over the years. And so certainly over the last 10 years. And so what they have here is a circular that has their specials, which are going to be good here, from the 15th through the 24th. So kind of early Black Friday, even though they're not stating that anywhere. But so they've got some special offers. But what's really, really interesting was they have this coupon on the back. And for anyone, and I used to, certainly go to Bed Bath & Beyond for a couple things, was never a big Bed Bath & Beyond shopper, a big shopper, a loyal shopper, I guess I should say, just wasn't there very often, just didn't have a need for those type of things. And so, but they've got this offer, Holiday Happier, $20 off any purchase of $80 or more. And this coupon, it says actually at the very bottom here, there's a line that says, quick, what are you going to get? Coupon expires 1/2/22. All right, so they were a little bit more generous with that, with the timing of that offer. And so, but if you've been a Bed Bath & Beyond shopper for a while, you remember back in the day, they were very aggressive from a sales promotion standpoint with sending coupons like 20% off or whatever the case may be. But see, and that's why this is certainly a case study from a marketing standpoint, particularly in the arena of sales promotion, because what that can do is really, in the minds of consumers, position yourself or the entity or your business or your corporation in the mind of consumers as, hey, where's my coupon? Where's my coupon? Where's my coupon? I don't want to pay full price. You've trained me not to pay full price when I come to your store. And so that's, we could now talked about this certainly on other marketing episodes with just the challenges of making sales promotion, which should be a temporary tool to boost revenues in the fitness industry, to boost signups, to boost, member acquisition, get new members. All right, but if it turns into a long-term, 50% off this and 50% off that, you just have to be very careful with that because you train consumers to never want to pay full price for anything that you have to offer, particularly around in the fitness industry. If we look at services and somebody, if they're selling personal training, or if they're selling apparel or anything like that, you just have to be very mindful of that. And that's certainly, looking back to Northwestern, I've certainly quoted this a few times over the years, but that is just vividly, I remember that professor saying that. Be very careful about the perils of permanent promotion. And there's certainly industries such as CPG or consumer packaged goods, such as, this is why you always see coupons in the Sunday newspapers, or even certainly online. If you look at the apps, FSI, so freestanding insert, those type of coupons that you maybe see in the Sunday papers, for example. In the consumer packaged goods industry, laundry detergent, hair soap, packaged goods, very dependent, that industry overall, generally speaking, very dependent upon couponing, particularly the major brands like your Procter & Gamble, Unilever, those type of places like Kimberly-Clark, too many to mention here, but very, very dependent upon couponing because that's a very high volume type of sector within the retail space. But see, certainly from a fitness standpoint, from a fitness facility standpoint, you want to be very careful about that because you can certainly, for lack of a better word, you kind of come in and just mentally position yourself, and certainly from a marketing perspective, position yourself as we're going to be the low cost, leader. And the challenge with that is, if you make enhancements to a club, and certainly that's those type of expenditures and expenses are going to cost. All right, and those costs have to be, passed along eventually. And so, okay, we're the low cost leader in the fitness industry. And then the challenge with that is, number one, you're always going to be chasing volume. And prices is very tough to compete on price because somebody can always come along and undercut you. Always. And I've highlighted examples of that certainly within the fitness industry. But certainly third, down the road, again, if you want to reposition yourself, if you want to rebrand and kind of come up with, come up higher in terms of the image that you want to project for your facility or facilities, okay, you've already, that discount positioning is very tough and very expensive in terms of rebranding and repositioning in the minds of consumers. So just, I always like to caution, I always like to caution about that. We want to be the low cost leader. Okay, well, if market conditions dictate that you can charge $40 for a gym membership, if you position yourself way down at the bottom, when your costs have risen, particularly in the last year or so, and you just, it gets very tough. The low cost leader, it is very, very tough, because we've got to remember, Walmart, EDLP, years ago, Sam Walton, everyday low pricing, that has been their positioning since its inception. But why does that work? That is they've got the volume in order to make that model work. And then their cost also, they're very careful with cost in terms of, what they themselves, suppliers and vendors are charging them. All right, so that's just a very tough model to replicate. But you've got to have the volume. And from a fitness facility standpoint, you want to be the low cost leader, you're always going to be chasing volume. Always, always, always. So I just always like to condition, or certainly put that out there, certainly from a marketing planning standpoint. And lastly, I have an example here, and this is actually from DMC, or Detroit Medical Center Medical Group. And so this was a mailer that came, and this was just interesting. And full disclosure, I am a past patient of Detroit Medical Group, and they actually, when I was in pharmaceutical and biotech sales, at different points, this was actually one of my major accounts here. Just like to always disclose that. And so I'm obviously a patient in Michigan Medicine, University of Michigan Health System, for those who are familiar with Michigan medicine. But DMC had this piece that came, I got this in the week, so targeted towards women. And so what was interesting about this was just a play on words. Got a little creative with a play on words. Powerful women's care. Got the her in there. Okay, targeting women, and there's a whole lot here in terms of women's health. But just certainly wanted to highlight that. Moving along here with a couple of fitness direct mail pieces here. Orange Theory Fitness. So what we see now, I've highlighted them before a few weeks ago, and it just certainly got my attention. I'm thinking, OTF, direct mail, what's going on? A lot going on, and that tells me there's a heavy emphasis on marketing, certainly member acquisition. And so I will be doing a deep dive next week of Orange Theory Fitness, my own catching up in terms of researching them after, I think it's 2017 was my last research on this particular company. Did a deep dive a long time ago, visited a couple of locations. We'll be doing that, a lot of research next week, when I've got more time. But they have this new direct mail piece. The best time to be new is, again, play on words. November. And so they're listing their locations here in our Metro Detroit area, and they've got multiple locations across the state. So what does this promotional offer have here at the bottom? Join now and get the next month free. Must join between 11:01 and 11:30. So again, we want to try to encourage people to act. And what does the fine print say? Offer valid for non-members. Must join Elite or Premier to receive second month free. Must purchase full price OT Beats. Cannot combine with any other offers or prior purchases. All right, and then on the bottom, you see an action. So again, 1 month free. And what they've also done is they've got a testimonial here. Testimonials, very powerful. See what our members are saying. I love the friendly and encouraging environment, the fun and energizing music, and the constantly changing workouts. I'm never bored, and I always come out of class feeling like it was an hour well spent. Another person said, efficient and intense. Our best motivation comes from our members. Thanks for the kind words and encouragement. And so what do they have here? An action shot. And so action shots are always good. Whether you're talking about, online or certainly direct mail, it's just always good. Always good. Action shots inside a studio, inside a facility. Edge Fitness does a great job with that too, online, in their newsletter and in online ads and things like that. In-person shots, seeing people in action. All right, and so it says here, experience the 1 hour full body workout that gives you more. Not going to read the rest of that in the interest of time, but what you'll notice here is I don't see the guarantee. Remember, quit free guarantee was the offer that they had the last time I showed you an OTF direct mail piece. And so I'm going to be doing a deep dive. I'm curious to see is that guarantee still there and whatever. Let's see what happens, because I told you guarantees are very, very challenging, very, very challenging across the board. And so lastly, in terms of direct mail pieces, yes, you've got the ubiquitous Planet Fitness direct mail piece. And what I wanted to highlight here is, as I've stated before, Planet, yes, they have the $10 a month plus fees and tax. I always like to include that disclaimer. So yes, they have that white card membership for one location. All right, and so what you see here, and there's also online ads. There were online ads that I saw last week as well, promoting the same monthly offer here for the month of November promotion. And so didn't have time to highlight all of that. But as I've alluded to in past episodes, yes, the $10 a month membership is wonderful. But again, when you're low cost, yes, you're going to need a lot of volume. You're going to be constantly chasing members. It's going to be certainly more of a challenge. But you want to get, yes, they have that second tier membership, the Black Card membership, which gives you access to multiple locations. I personally, full disclosure, started out at Planet One Club and upgraded to the Black Card membership eventually. But what we see here in the month of November, highlighting Black Card membership, you notice there's no mention here of the $10 a month membership. Why? Because it's just business 101. Want to have as many people as humanly possible at the second tier membership. Why? Because you see the membership here, $22.99 a month here for the Black Card membership. So when they've got, and I've highlighted these enough times over, in the interest of time, I'm not going to go over all of these. But so, member benefits and all that. So if you upgrade. Talked about this a couple weeks ago. Upgrade. Whether you're buying a plane ticket, whether you're at a restaurant somewhere ordering something, think about the amount of times, particularly even online, there's just a proliferation of upgrade opportunities and offers where you're shopping offline or online. And why? Because research has shown and results have shown tends to be very effective in terms of generating incremental revenues that you would have gotten, or certainly wouldn't have gotten, if you had not offered to upgrade. And so again, when you're, from a business standpoint, when you're looking to finish 2021 strong, you want to highlight a second tier membership. Yes, that $10 a month membership is always there. It's online. You can order whatever. But from an advertising standpoint, if you can get people in the door signing up under that $22.99 membership, it's certainly something to be considered. And it's important to know, I noticed this back in 2018, is that there's no contracts required at Planet for this Black Card membership. So got rid of contracts a long time ago. And so it's really, we think from a revenue generation and sustaining revenues, profitability standpoint, there's no contracts, period, at Planet. So really in that particular instance, and this is applicable, and the reason that I'm mentioning this, yes, this is applicable to other entities within the fitness industry, certainly outside the fitness industry, is that, when there's no commitment, people can walk at any time. People can walk theoretically. Let me always want to give balance. People can walk away at any time. But we all know the fitness industry, and I talked about this last year, I'm going to continue to talk about it. One of the biggest issues that has dogged the fitness industry has been a challenging process of canceling memberships. All right, and so that is there. So I want to provide that balance and say theoretically it should be very easy to cancel any membership anywhere within the fitness industry, and that is unfortunately not across the board, but that is certainly not been the case for years and years and years. And to be fair, me, I don't play favorites. One thing that certainly got my attention with Bossier City Fit Nation, which is certainly the gym that I go to when I'm in Louisiana, looking at those online reviews, people commenting on how easy it was to cancel. One person wrote on there a Google review, how they call and cancel over the phone. Bam, done. And so that is certainly, when you think about strengths and weaknesses of a particular facility, that is one. That is certainly a very, very big strength that you don't see very often. Now, from 2017 to 2019, I did some perception research, so I looked at a gazillion reviews, it seemed like, across the fitness industry, across chains, across studios, private, public, community, all of that. A very big challenge, particularly on the commercial side, is that cancellation process. And so before I put this down, Detroit Lions, so we see that the official partner, the Detroit Lions, Planet Fitness, as well as the Detroit Pistons. So have that there. So when you see these, particularly in the fitness industry, for fitness facility personnel, certainly leaders, be glad. When you see these direct mail pieces from these other fitness industries, I always said this, I will continue to say it. This is good. The OTF ad I showed before, that direct mail piece, those are good for the industry. Why? Because you're increasing the level of fitness awareness. Because, in no instance, particularly with direct mail, you're going to have people that will see something like that and say, well, you know what? I want group fitness classes, so let me look at another facility. Let me go tour somewhere else. Let me go to the Google gyms in my area. And so that helps because, again, anytime you're increasing awareness, it helps others across the board. So I'm always saying, let's be grateful. Let's always be grateful for that because they spend a ton of money. And now you've got OTF, and now you've got Lifetime. Also, those three in the direct mail space on a consistent basis. And so I'm going to move on here at some more fitness examples here. So we've got here on nextdoor.com, highlighted them, talked about that. And so I saw an ad here yesterday, and I actually screenshotted it so I could read it, for Fitness Together, our Novi location of Fitness Together. So that is a national chain, a very training, one-on-one based fitness training concept. So in the interest of time, I'm going to read a little bit of this, particularly for those who are not familiar with this particular franchise. So the ad, I always like to show, because you can't see it on the screen. So get more out of life. Personal training in private suites or virtually, ending December 12th. Complimentary evaluation and mini workout. So the details are, welcome to your second home. You are unique and your training should be too. No matter your age or fitness level, we are invested in helping you reach your personal goals because we take your health well personally. We don't just jump in, we take the time to get to know you and understand where you are starting on your wellness journey. All before our experienced personal training team creates your custom workout program to put you on a path to success. Whether you're training in studio or training virtually, we're in this together. And then they've got the location and the contact hours and phone and all of that. So Nextdoor, they are taking an opportunity. They're the only fitness entity that I've seen advertised directly on Nextdoor. But so again, think about it. Is that a great location for you to be in terms of your marketing efforts? Is that you're going to get a positive ROI? If not, don't do it. And so remember, one of the key tenets here on Fitness Friday is to be the best you can be. Help your facilities, whatever the case may be the best that you can be. Based on your reality, based on your strengths, your weaknesses, your budget. Most importantly, you don't want to bust the budget trying to be like someone else. You always want to be the best you possible. All right, another example, I received this email here. I told you I'm a subscriber to Sports Illustrated. If you haven't determined that with even those older editions behind me, some sports leaders. So this was on November 18th, so this week. And so there's a Sports Illustrated ad here on when I was reading one of the articles online. All right, so I get print, but I also get the online newsletter every day. And so the verbiage in this was, we'll bring the gym to you. TRX Training Club on demand, only $5.99 a month. All right, talked about a few weeks ago, they're partnering, so you got a partnership between Sports Illustrated and TRX. And so they were just highlighting that certainly in the e-newsletter. So you click on an article, that ad was available at the bottom. So continuing the tonal conversation. So tonal home workout. So there was an ad Saturday, 11/13/21, so I was online, 1:33 p.m. Workout like LeBron James with Tonal, the smartest home gym, available for $58 a month. And so you'll recall when I highlighted this tonal ad before, it was $63 a month. And so now they've actually dropped it to $58 a month. And so it's important to also note that is dealing with the financing, the monthly financing of the machine itself. That is not, the monthly what they charge in terms of the subscription for the actual, that's all. There's some other extra fees and services. But when I saw that, I thought to myself, I said, see, you think about the 4 P's of marketing, price is one of those 4 P's. And so, even with the prices that you advertise, there's a whole lot of advertising research behind that in terms of, you advertise a certain price, you'll get a certain response rate. If you lower that price, in many cases, you'll get a greater response rate. It's just really, really interesting, but I just always wanted to clarify that this deals with the financing of the monthly financing of the machine itself, the equipment itself, which is retailing $29.95. All right, so Sunday, 11/14/21, 6:21 p.m. So in my Gmail, yes. So in my Gmail, how you have the 3 tabs for primary, social, and promotions. So in the promotions tab, there was an ad here advertising the Peloton app. So this is the first time I've seen this in my own Gmail, and it says free for the rest, encouraging me to download the app, which I don't have. Free for the rest of the year was the title. And then the verbiage under that, find your flow with the Peloton app. So encouraging people to download the app and giving them a trial offer, a free trial through the end of the year. All right, so that was another example. And I've got a few days here of examples actually of Edge Fitness, a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week. And I'm not, in the interest of time, in the interest of also, me, if you watch me long enough, of not displaying favoritism, but I've got multiple days here, and this of course is recorded in my own virtual files for non-Fitness Friday type of training episodes, because it's a really good example from a marketing standpoint. You got online ads that I saw this week, and certainly Tuesday, I'm just going to read this first page. Tuesday, 11/16/21 at 2:33 p.m. I saw an ad here. Break a sweat, not the bank. Hurry in today. $0 to enroll and save. Welcome to the Edge. There was a sign-up button. All right, and so that same ad at 7:45 p.m. repeated while I was actually on a Zoom call. And so Tuesday, 11/16/21, so the same day, 2:36 p.m. And I had to do that 7:45 p.m. because that was the same ad. So 2:36 p.m. there was an ad. The Edge Fitness Clubs. Come experience our spacious gyms today. Try the Edge for 7 days for free. All right, and then Wednesday, this is the last on this page I'm going to mention, 11/17/21 at 9:01 a.m. Get your free pass, the Edge Fitness Clubs. So then when you X out of that, because I don't click on ads. I don't click on ads. Told you about my idiosyncrasy about that the last couple, and I'm already a member, so definitely not gonna click on it again. I've just clicked on it one time before. So the verbiage on this says, welcome to the Edge Fitness. Come experience our spacious gyms today. Try the Edge for 7 days for free. There's a sign up button. But so you got everything from get a free pass and also encouraging people to sign up. Break a sweat, not the bank. Hurry in today. All right, sales promotion, certainly the heart of sales promotion is creating a sense of urgency. I mentioned that before. So you want to encourage people, come on in today. This offer expires Friday, whatever the case may be, based on your facility. All right. And so there was some good examples of Edge Fitness, like I said. This will be highlighted in some other marketing training, just as some best practices, some good examples of what to do, because it was very consistent over several days. And I thought to myself, if I wasn't already a member of Edge, I'm sure I would have joined by then. Just very, very consistent. I remember on Wednesday thinking, and I was on my desktop over here, and I remember thinking, so last Wednesday, when I was on a Zoom call, the Northwestern Alumni Club Association that I told you about last week, it was a battle. It was an online advertising battle between Tonal Fitness and Lifetime. And this Wednesday of this week, it was a battle between Edge Fitness and Lululemon. And so I kept getting ads for those two throughout Wednesday. It was very, very interesting. And so wanted to highlight those as well. And so those were some fitness examples from a marketing standpoint. And so what I want to do here is shift in to talk a lot, the second half of this episode, to talk about cancellations. Cancellations, cancellations, cancellations. And I could dedicate a whole episode just from a marketing standpoint of people having negative experiences with cancellations in the fitness industry. I mean, that would have to be a 7 or 8 part episode. There's just so much to that. And what I want to do is again, if we can prevent cancellations as much as humanly possible. Yeah, somebody's moving way across the country and there's no locations. Okay, that's okay, understandable. But just smaller issues that tend to arise, whether it's customer service or anything like that, it's just very important to be mindful of those things and just not try to, where you're responding and reacting, after someone's had this big problem or big blow up, or they're on social media, talking about what a horrible experience that they had at your facility. And so I want to give you some examples outside the fitness industry when you talk about this cancellation process, because we think about cancellation prevention. And a key aspect of that, particularly when you're asking people to sign up for something, and particularly when there's a contract involved, it is very important whether they can cancel it at any time or it's tougher to cancel inside and outside the fitness industry. When you're asking people to sign up, it is so important, particularly in contracts, if you're asking somebody to sign up contractually for a year, 2, 3, whatever the case may be, it's important to build value in those situations. And I just wanted to share some examples with you of where you can see that visually, of how kind of there's a difference between if you got something that's no commitment, somebody can cancel anytime, to versus asking someone to commit. You want to build value. You want to build value around that, and you want to remind members in this fitness space of the value that you are providing. That is certainly something that cannot be overstated, folks. And so the first example here, this direct mail piece, and I've showed these a number of times over the years in the marketing space and marketing examples. But so what does Dish have here? Same bill, same price every month for 2 years. Again, asking people to commit to 2 years. And so what do we see here in particularly in the business space, in the retail space, you see a lot of entities moving away from contracts towards cancel at any time. Cancel at any time. And so, but what they have done here is a good job of listing what are the benefits. So if you commit for 2 years, $69 price lock, no hidden fees, and all the different benefits and channels and all of that you can add. All right, then you get TV, get $100, add internet, get $200. They're trying to bundle, again, increasing the level, the number of dollars really, but increasing revenue per customer, getting people to upgrade. What is that? Getting people to bundle, incremental revenues. Okay, so you sign up here for the Dish, so you're from TV for satellite programming, get $100. Add internet, bundle, upgrading, trying to upgrade, but also encourage people to upgrade, but also giving a gift card here, a Visa gift card, to encourage people to do that. And so all of these examples here, just building value. And I want to give you a couple of examples here of their competitor in the spirit of balance, Direct TV. All right, got a couple of examples here. So the holidays are on. Get more from your TV. All right, so unwrap live sports, breaking news, and your must-have holiday shows or more. $64.99 a month. So entertainment package for 12 months plus taxes and fees. All right, and so sign up. And this one, again, remember 2 years used to be standard. Now they've gone down to 1 year, so they've got 3 packages. And I know that many of you receive these in the mail as well, so I'm not going to belabor this point. But what do they have? Get this, and what's all included? Reminding people. So when you're signing up, what are some of the benefits? What value are you providing for me to get me to commit? Same could be true of a gym membership. You have to remind people of the value. So another example, beam it, stream it. All right, so we're doubling down with 2 ways to watch what you love. Giving customers an option. Direct TV, the first option, home of NFL Sunday Ticket and the #1 satellite TV service in the U.S. And number 2, Direct TV Stream, giving customers an option. And why? Now, if you study the satellite TV industry, you'll see they've had, quarter after quarter, a lot of people are canceling or cutting the cord. I'm actually one of them. And so, and for full disclosure, I've actually, been a customer of DirecTV and Dish, both years ago before I got my Amazon Fire Stick. And so they've got options, but just based on the trend, again, the SWOT analysis, what's going on, we're seeing a whole lot of people going, cutting the cord. So they want to now give people options. So 2 entertainment options, DirecTV Stream. So what's the difference? Yes, they've highlighted the benefits, features, benefits of each, but on DirecTV Stream, no annual contact required. So giving people an option, and guess what? The entertainment package, whether you sign up for the contractual DirecTV, $69.99 a month for a 12-month contract, DirecTV Stream, also $69. So making them comparable in price. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And so I want to talk a little bit here, some examples in the retail sector. So when you've been shopping, particularly if you're an online shopper, and done some things, some research, and just have some certainly experience here from a professional standpoint. I can't go into a lot of details, and so but talking about this, whether you're online, order online, pick up in store, and I will tell you from a retail standpoint, there is a heavy focus. Generally speaking, can't talk about any specific entities here, because I sign confidentiality agreements, NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, with people that I work with. And so what you see is an emphasis on the speed of filling orders. So you order something online, how long does it take for the customer to be able, when they're getting, whether it's a confirmation text, your order's ready, or a confirmation email, what is the time from the order that is placed to the pickup time? All right, why? Because research has certainly shown that, if it's too much of a time lag between the two, higher number of cancellations, order cancellations. So you have people, whether it's 2 hours, 1 hour, these particular examples that I want to show you, Micro Center, which is actually a computer store here in Madison Heights, I went to a couple of times here in the last month. They have an 18-minute in-store pickup. That's their, theoretically, it's a guarantee, but they kind of tell you, they have a little wiggle room in that. There's some fine language just depending on the time that you order, and you have to order when the store is open, so there are some terms and conditions to that. But why? The sooner you can get people's order fulfilled and ready for them to pick up, you're going to see a decrease in the number of cancellations. If somebody orders something on Monday and they're not getting it's a ready pickup until Wednesday morning, because why? That customer has an opportunity to go to another or go to another online store competitor of that particular entity and find it where they can get it sooner, or get out and drive or go somewhere and buy it themselves before the time that it is fulfilled. Now, I gave this example of Micro Center here in Metro Detroit, but I want to also, Office Depot and Office Max, same competitive space. I like to provide balance here. So Office Depot and Office Max, like I just said, free in-store and curbside pickup. And now in 20 minutes, all right, 20 minutes, Staples.com. Buy online and pick up in store in 1 hour. And it looks like they have a partnership going on with Instacart. And so, but why? Okay, want to avoid as many cancellations as possible. Yes, things come up. Yes, things happen. Yes, people change their mind. But there is an emphasis on that, certainly in the retail space, big time, very, very big time. Because why? You have an increase in cancellations, ultimately decreasing revenues. All right, and then you're also, again, positioning based on what customers are experiencing. Every time I order for something from them, it takes them too long to fulfill it, and I change my mind, or I go somewhere else and buy it. Okay, you're not going to have that customer for long if that happens too many times. And so here, Prime, so we've seen the ubiquitous Prime, where there's boxes, whatever, and this and that. And so one thing I wanted to highlight, Prime, and the same thing is true for the Walmart Plus program. I've showed those boxes over the last year, pardon me. So what do they do here? So fast free delivery, video streaming, free listening, free reading, fast free delivery. All right, so reminding people of the value every time they get a package, but also, yes, current members, yes, just reinforcing the value that this program provides. But also, yes, new member or new customer acquisition. We want you to sign up for Prime. These are some benefits that you can expect. And that's one time, and it wasn't too long ago, a few months ago, where I actually was paying attention one time and I said, free reading, I'm a voracious reader. I said, free reading, and I looked into that. And like, yeah, you can get some free Kindle books and things like that. And I've read a few. I'm more old school, so I like the books in my hand. I like to highlight and do things like that. But that was just something that I've been getting packages for a while. And it's like, oh yeah, I didn't realize that was a benefit. So again, reminding people of the value that you provide. Reminding people of the value that you provide. Want to give you an example here. WAPO, so the Washington Post. I'm a subscriber to the Washington Post, and I, read that article last week where it talked about how they said people are coming back in the gyms, and so you're starting to see, Peloton was having some struggles based on people gyms reopened and people are going in that direction. But what I wanted to highlight is a cancellation avoidance. So again, you think about people, try to keep people from walking away. Try to get people from keep them from walking away. It's certainly far better. And so, if we go back, rewind back to October 2021. And so, I could do a whole nother episode from a marketing standpoint, but I don't have time, about how, even though I'm very late, I'm always a late adopter. My joining Prime, Black Friday of 2019 for the first time ever, and how I've subscribed to other services, and certainly Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post, but there's just different things, Amazon Music Unlimited, there's different little things that I've signed up for based on that membership. Why? There were upgrades, there were offers of certainly to buy this service, enhance this experience. And so we could certainly look at that in the incremental revenues that have been generated for these various entities as a result of that. But so, came up on a year. Been reading the WAPO for a year, and so I got an email. So it's true to form, gotta love it. Rachelle Smith, your subscription expires in 30 days. What do you want to do? And so when I clicked on that, it's like renew now or cancel. And so I clicked on cancel. This is, again, my marketing mind works this way, because I was like, I know Jeff Bezos, it's going to have to be strong. There's going to have to be a compelling offer. And I was absolutely right. And so it was, renew. I came in under promotional rate of $29 for the first year. To renew, it was $100 a year. So I hit cancel. Let me see what happens. Okay. So going back to October 4th of this year. And I got an email, once I hit cancel, I immediately got a pop-up on my phone, and it said, we hate to see you go. Keep your subscription, pay a special rate. Secure a rate of $40 plus applicable sales tax for another year of access to trusted journalism. We won't charge you until your subscription automatically renews on October 5th, 2021. And so you see the blue box there, and it says, yes, I'd like this special rate. No thanks, cancel anyway. Why? Because when I hit cancel before this popped up, it said, and it listed reasons, cancellation reasons. And which one did I click on? Promotion ended. And I said, I know there's got to be a compelling offer on the other side of this, and I was absolutely right. And then, once I renewed for the next year, and then I got the confirmation, you're all set. But at the point of decision, when I hit cancel now, what happened? I got a compelling offer saying, hey, we'll take it from $100 to $40 if you stay with us. And so why I wanted to highlight this particular example was, at the point of cancellation, assuming somebody's not moving across the country and there's no other entities, close by of yours, do you have, or is it possible, and what is your business based on your reality, is it possible to come up with a compelling promotional offer when someone is coming to the club to cancel or the studio to cancel? Is there a way to keep them from walking away? Again, not the whole, they come in to cancel, they fill out the paperwork, and then they get billed for the next 6 months or a year. This kind of stuff happens every day across the industry, unfortunately. So that's just something I wanted to point out. Is there a compelling offer that you can have to keep people from walking away? Find out why. Find out why. You may not even, and it may not even come down to that. Ultimately, you find out the reason why they want to cancel. Talk to them about it. There may be something that can be an issue that can be rectified. Maybe it's a customer service issue. Maybe it's a misunderstanding that you need to know about. And so that's all I'm saying. I wanted to give you a real world example, and that's, of course, is another example I'll be using and highlighting from a marketing standpoint in the future, is what kind of promotional offer do you have to keep someone from walking away? All right, customer retention. Customer retention. All right, so wanted to highlight that. Going to close this episode out here, going back into a fitness industry example here. In the interest of time, not going to read this whole article. So again, keeping people from walking away. Member retention. All right, you're never going to see me have an episode on 7 ways to keep people from canceling their membership. You're never going to see this, okay? 3 ways to increase your revenue per member in the next year. There's just, that is consulting. That is not, what is my little tagline? I'm generous here on these episodes, but I'm not foolish, all right? I'm not foolish. So what I do is teach by example to help you reach these same conclusions, on your own. And so club industry had a really good article here by Corey Angelin of VoloFit on November 11th, 2021, titled 3 Tips for Retaining Health Club Members. All right, and so I'm just going to highlight these 3 in the interest of time. 3 ways to retain members. Very good examples. Number 1, fitness challenges. All right. Number 2, invest in technology. Particularly, we've seen that in the last year. Just how important the ability to leverage technology. And what they mean by that in these 2 instances, buying a body scanner. Number 2, heart rate training. Number 3, last and not least, and you're totally going to smile when I tell you this one, because you've heard it a number of times from me over this year. Newsletters. And I'm going to read this one just because I've highlighted it so often with Edge Fitness. Most clubs spend a significant amount on acquiring new members through digital advertising. However, what are we spending on existing members to retain them? Even though it may seem old school, a monthly newsletter educates your membership base about what is happening in your club, which keeps them invested in your club. Include the following sections in your newsletter. Now, these are just examples, folks. Member of the month, changes at the club, upcoming events. Last point, consistency is the key. So send your newsletter on a monthly basis. How many times in the last year have you heard me mention the Edge Fitness Club's newsletter? The new newsletter that comes on Sundays. I started reading that during COVID. I remember the first edition they sent. And and this last point for consistency, every week. All right, that newsletter's coming Sunday morning. Bam, there it is. Thursday mornings, the blog post that comes in my email. Bam, there it is. Thursday mornings. So consistency is key, but just talk to your people. Everyone, myself certainly, I'm not on social media. I'm not going to go find you on Instagram. I don't have a personal Facebook page so I can come, connect with you on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok or any of that. All right, but what am I doing? Old school Rachelle is reading newsletters. But that's just an example. So 3 examples, 3 ways. And I wanted to highlight that last one because how many times have I highlighted that? During these episodes. I was reading the Edge Club's newsletter, and this is what I saw, And then, they had a picture recently of the CEO and the Chief Innovation Officer and the founder. So it's always there. Just talk to your people. One way, underscoring all of that, newsletter, whatever the case may be, just talk to your people. The value of communication. You want to retain some people? Talk to them. Let them hear from you. And I could certainly step on some toes here and go on, just highlight, the relational space. You want to lose a relationship or some relationships? Stop talking to people. Stop talking. That's the death knell right there. So just keep in touch with your people. Keep in touch. Talk to them. Communicate. And that is, again, you want to be able to say, again, somebody decides to cancel their membership. You've done everything humanly possible. But just talk to them. Just talk to them. Talk to them. So when you think about Edge Fitness, and I'm closing with this, yes, the club itself is, the clubs, wonderful. Cardio, love it. Everything's wonderful. Temperature, great. But also there's that second piece, just communicating. I hear from them all the time. And I'm big on communication just in life in general. So think about that. Not thinking about cancellation. Why? Those 2 things. But that communication piece is very important. Very, very important. Talk to your people. Talk to your members. Let them know you appreciate them. Those are the small like things like that. Relationally, talk to people. Let them know you appreciate them. And so, before I get in any trouble, I'm going to close this episode out, folks. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and you just eat all the turkey and just exercise, remain committed to your fitness journey. And so I look forward to seeing you on the other side of Thanksgiving. So we're going to have this 3-part series on confidence and leadership. I cannot wait. You know how much confidence really I love it, love it, love it. It gets my motor going. And so that's all I have for you today. So until then, remember, I am positively passionate about your fitness, leadership, and success. Make it a great